YouTube Nation, what's up? Eagles Truth here with you. And this is a little bit of a trash talking video about the NFC East. Alright. 3/4 of the way through the season. 3/4 of the way. 1/4 remaining. Two teams, you disappoint me. You disappoint the nation. You make the NFC East look bad. Look like the worst or one of the worst divisions of football. And it's because of you two that we have to hear about it. I'll start off first with the Washington Redskins. Look, you guys talked all offseason long about how great you were. About how you're going to spank the Eagles, sweep the Eagles. HTTR, hell to the Redskins. I've seen it everywhere. Comments on ESPN, comments on NFL.com, comments on ProFootballTalk.com. All the damn time about you stupid ass fans. You win one divisional title, and God knows how long, and don't even talk to me about Super Bowls. This is the one thing I can't stand. And it's not because I'm bitter or jealous or anything like that. It's because, think about it. Forget yourself as a fan for a second. Just look at the logic of it. Anytime the Eagles are a better team than another team for a certain year, for the present year, that team wants to bring up, well, how many Super Bowls have the Eagles won? None. Like that's supposed to mean something right now. So you're going to tell me, is this the way it works? If the Eagles were to win the Super Bowl, whether it be this year, next year, whenever we win the Super Bowl, if we win the Super Bowl, does that mean we don't have to play no more? Nothing else matters. Who cares if we go 0-16 20 years in a row? Fuck it. We won the Super Bowl. We can keep bringing it up this year. The fuck? I'm sorry. I'm in the now. I would have loved to have won a Super Bowl. I would have loved it in 2004. Instead of the Patriots winning by 3 points, if we'd have won by 3 points. Or if we'd have won, period, and had a Super Bowl in 2004. But you know what? Even if we won that game, what the hell does that have to do with now? You guys bringing up that, I'm not mad because, I'm jealous or anything. That's not the reason why Eagles fans get irritated by it. It's the flawed logic of how you're going to, what does that have to do with the argument at hand right now? Anyway, the point of the matter is, Washington Redskins have been irrelevant for the longest time. They win one division title, and now all of a sudden they want to talk all this shit. Was it eating away at you that fucking bad? Was it eating away at you that bad? Being the doormat of the division, getting slapped upon for so many years, that when you finally win the division, all them horrible feelings just gotta come out? Maybe that's it. Maybe you just had to get everything off your chest. You can finally boast for the first time in years that you just had to do it. Well, whatever. You had your chance. Now you're shit again. And you're gonna be shit. You know why you're gonna be shit? Because you have a piss poor organization. Terribly run. Terribly run. You spend three first round picks and a second round pick and God knows what else to move all the way up in the draft, get your quarterback. Now you have an aging football club. London Fletcher is going, I think this is his 16th year or something like that. You got an aging football club, and you don't have enough draft picks, or at least good draft picks, to replace them. You're going to have to replace them with 4th and 5th and 6th rounders. You better hope you strike gold with a bunch of them. And your quarterback that you did all this for isn't any good. I mean, he did really good first year. Well, guess what? Defense is figured out. Take it from me. I fell for the Michael Vick hype. I bought it hook, line, and sinker in 2010. I was like, this guy is amazing. He's on such a roll. He looks flawless. And then 2011 came. And even after that year, I still stood by Michael Vick. And then 2012 came. And even in the offseason, I still stood by Michael Vick. But that was until I knew that Foles is amazing. And you know what? Foles might not continue to be amazing. I don't know. But as a pocket passer who understands and is accurate and can read defenses and all that stuff, he has a hell of a lot better chance. All right? What are you going to do about a pocket passer. Defenses figure them out. Defenses figure out mobile quarterbacks. How do you figure out a pocket passer? Because he takes a snap, he's back, he goes through his progressions, and he gets rid of the ball. What's there to figure out? People say, well, to figure out Peyton Manning, you got to get pressure up in his face, up in the middle. Okay. Now it's a matter of, can you get that pressure? You know? That gives us something to say about it. Why do you think Peyton Manning isn't sacked very much? I guarantee you Peyton Manning makes his offensive line look better than what they are. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying he makes them look better than they are. You know, I don't know if it's any quarterback that likes pressure up the middle. Point is, you're done. You're mathematically eliminated from making the playoffs. There's no possible way you can make the playoffs. Even if you win out and the teams you need lose out. So you're done. You're gonna be done. Your organization's going like this. It's like you were so low, going whip. You know, that's exactly what's happening. So on to the Giants. Giants. I still see a couple of you talking shit saying that you beat the Eagles. You beat us with Matt Barkley, and even in that game, we didn't allow you to score a single touchdown. It was 15 points. Pretty sure with Michael Vick, a healthy Michael Vick, especially a Nick Foles, we have scored more than 15 points. It's just a guess, you know. So congratulations, you drew us on a schedule at the right perfect time. Congratulations. You're not mathematically eliminated, but there's no expert in hell that's going to predict you to win the division or even a wild card spot. I think even most Giants fans will understand they're pretty much out of it. Whatever. I even rooted for you against the Cowboys, and your team stinks. Against the Redskins, I didn't really care. I was like, it'd be nice if the Redskins were mathematically eliminated right here, but it's not like they're going to win anything anyway. Fuck it. I didn't really care who won. But the Redskins hung around the entire game. Everybody else is just like blowing them out. You guys, no, you make it a dogfight. You're done, okay? You're done. And I see your organization starting to go down. Now, I will say you're probably, you know, either first or second best run organization in this division, because the owner of the Cowboys and Redskins are just, you know, so you got that going for you. The Redskins are in real trouble. But the Giants, I do see them starting to regress. Now, they could make it a small regression and start trying to climb back and everything, but, you know, I'm just looking at what it is, you know. I do see them kind of regressing a little bit slowly. Eagles were there, you know, in 2008, 2009. I look at you like you're almost where we are. You're almost where we were in like 2011 2011 when we went 8-8. I just, you know, I'm not saying you're going 4-12 next year. I'm just saying like it is what it is. Now Dallas Cowboys. It's us and you guys. I mean, battle of the division. I was wondering if the final game of the year was going to mean anything. I was wondering if the Eagles could hold up, especially before this game. Because, I mean, before the Eagles beat the Cardinals, you looked at it, the Giants already beat the Raiders, okay? Although in unimpressive fashion. Raiders were putting on you there for a while. That's another thing. The team Nick Foles threw 7 touchdown passes against, by the way. But, you look at the schedules before we played this game. Cowboys already won their game, so they only had the Bears, the Packers, and the Redskins before our game. We had the Cardinals, which could have been a loss, Lions, which could be a loss, Bears, which could be a loss, you know, and Vikings. So we had a tougher schedule. Now that's after we beat the Cardinals. Now you look at the schedules we're tied record-wise, and the schedules are very, very evenly matched. I'll tell you what I mean. One, we both play the Bears. It's the same team, so obviously even. We play a terrible Minnesota Vikings team. You guys play a terrible Redskins team. So should be wins. All right. And then you play a Packers team which very well could have Aaron Rodgers back. And we play a Lions team which is hot and cold. When they're hot, they're pretty damn good. When they're cold, ugh. So it depends on which one shows up. So those are probably the tougher games remaining. So one tough game, we each play a game against a good team, a bad team, and the Bears. Whether you want to make them good or bad, it's both Bears. So very evenly matched schedules. All right. Now, granted, Cowboys have the tiebreaker. If we were to end up tied at the end of the year, you know, you guys would have the tiebreaker. Whether we beat you or you beat us, if it's tied, you still have the tiebreaker. Well, the only thing I say to that is the only way you don't have a tiebreaker against us is if we beat you and you lose to the Washington Redskins, and then we lose to somewhere. All right, then the divisional the head-to-head's tied up, the divisional record's tied up, and then it would go to common games, and I don't know who wins that tiebreaker if you lose to, you know, I don't know. I don't know about how that tiebreaker would go. But I don't think tiebreakers are going to matter. I think it's going to be I think we're going to be tied going into that game. I really do. If I think we lose the Lions, I also think you lose to the Packers. If you say we lose the Bears, I'm going to say you lose the Bears. I think we both beat the Vikings, and you know, you beat the Redskins. I think we're going to be tied up. And I will say right now, the Eagles look like the better team. If I just had to give my gut instinct, they've been playing better. And what do you want me to say? You squeak by a bad Giants team. You squeak by a bad Raiders team. You get beat, or almost get beat, by the Minnesota Vikings, and you get torched by the Saints. Now, nothing's wrong with getting beat by the Saints, but the way you guys did it was just terrible. So, your last 4 games have been, you know, even though 3 of them were wins. So, our last 4 games have all been wins and been very, 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 very good. The last 2 were a lot closer than what it should have been. Hell, you can even say that the Green Bay game was closer than what it should have been. We need to stop taking our foot off the gas pedal. We really do. So it's whatever. I mean, even if we didn't make the playoffs, I'm not conceding anything. I think the Eagles can go in to Week 17, tie with the Cowboys, and beat them. I very well think we can do that. I'm just saying, just for, you know, regardless, even if we weren't to make the division or win the division, going from 4-12 and going to 7-5 right now, and you imagine we win 1 or 2 at least more games. I think we're going to win more than that, but that's pretty damn impressive. That's pretty damn impressive. I really believe we have a winning record this year, and that's pretty damn good. And guess what? We're supposed to be in a rebuild mode. This is supposed to be a rebuilding year. Kelly's first year, changing from 4-3 over to 3-4, new coaches, new players, new everything, new practice schedule, new everything. And we could win this division. And we're competing to win this division. What do you think is going to happen when we're finally rebuilt? NFC East. This goes to the Washington Redskins, Giants, and Cowboys. Got news for you. You're not going to want to hear it, so you're going to argue it all you can. But it's the truth. The Eagles, the team that dominated, you can say all you want about no Super Bowls, but the team from 2000 to 2010, we'll say 2009, 2008, whatever, that pretty much dominated you for a decade for the most part, we're back. Not the same coach, not the same scheme, not the same group of players, but we're coming back. So, I'm not saying you're never going to beat the Eagles in 10. I'm not saying you're not going to beat the Eagles in 10 years or anything. I'm not saying stuff like that. I'm just saying that for the most part, Eagles are going to whoop that ass pretty consistently. So get used to it. This is your last chance, Dallas, to take this division. Because for the most part, anyway, Eagles will be back. Later.